Well, coming back to school, it's always the most exciting season. And the most important thing for every student to know is just how excited we as the adults in the system are to see them, right? It's really important that they know how cared for and welcomed they are, because it really is the best time of year for us. School buildings get pretty lonely in the summer, so having the kids come back is the very best thing. And then for our families, of course, we want them to have that feeling too. But we also want them to know how important it is that they stay aware of all the things happening in the school district, that they know that there are ways that they can get involved. We really recommend the podcasts that we have inside the OSD, because that is a way for them to hear about topics in whatever time suits them, right? Whether it's their morning commute or coming home from work or when they're mowing the lawn, whatever it happens to be, right? And it's a way to stay informed and really know what's happening in your kids' schools. There's always something new in school districts, and things are new because we're always trying to get better in service of students. We're always reflecting, always working to ensure we're improving the student experience, even from the day before, let alone the year before. So right now we have some great new things going with our curriculum. We're really excited to implement expeditionary learning, or EL, in the elementary schools, K-5 actually last year, and this year it's starting in 6-8. So the consistency all the way through 8th grade is something we're really looking forward to. We are also beginning our second year of a new math curriculum at the 6-8 level. That's exciting. But one of the things I think our parents will notice right away for the school year is a brand new website. It's been designed with our families and our community in mind. It's highly accessible. It has important things right on the front page, like access to the calendar. I mean, homecoming, it's coming faster than you think, right? October 11th. We want families to be able to access information that's critical to not only knowing what's going on in school, but also critical to their functioning as a family. You have to know all the things that are happening in order to feel like you're really on top of it. It's definitely the brainchild of our communications director, Erica Mundinger. She was looking for ways to help tell the story to our family, help them families learn more about what's happening in the schools in a way that's accessible and convenient for them. We know that oftentimes people get more emails in a day than they could ever read. And so we were looking for new ways to give people information, particularly the information that helps them and highlights the really positive things that are happening in the schools, because there are so many positive things to highlight. We are always working to, just as I said previously, get better than before. Every year we should be better than the year previous. And that includes what we do to keep our students and our staff safe. So we work closely with the recommendations from the Department of Justice and with our municipality police departments. They've been wonderful partners with us in preparing all sorts of safety information and opportunities to practice things that are really critical. So we have great partners. We follow all of the recommendations. And I feel like every year we are improving on how we keep our staff and students safe. Well, we're always looking for help, and I'll get to that a little bit in another question. But right now we're almost fully staffed. We are definitely still looking for some people to fill in paraprofessional roles, substitutes, always more substitutes. They are a really important part of how we function. But we're really grateful that we're fully staffed, and we're also really grateful to our community, because our community has done 2 referendums, 2016 and 2022, specific to compensation, because we know how important it is to be competitive in our pay structure in order to keep the great people we have and attract new great people when we need them. But we also know that it's more than compensation why people stay in a job. And we're always looking for ways to create better working environments. People are here because they love kids, but they also deserve a really great place to work. And we're always working on that one. Well, first, the message is always thank you, right? Because our community supports our schools in so many ways. And of course, it's through passing referendums, but it's also through all the volunteering that our community does, and through the job opportunities that they allow our students who are part of the School to Career program. So we just have the best community. We couldn't possibly ask for more. But we are always open to bringing them in, because there are so many good people in our community, and we have a wonderful partnership with an organization called Friends of Oregon School District, and they've been working on a mentoring program for several years now. As a matter of fact, I've been involved in it myself since my mentee was in 5th grade, and my mentee is now a high school student. So we meet weekly, as do almost 100 other people in our community with our students. It's a great opportunity to meet wonderful kids, be a positive role model in their life, and also have a better understanding of what's going on in school. So I'd say number one, be a mentor. We'd love to have you. Number two is volunteering. So maybe you don't want to make a long-term commitment like that. There are so many ways that our community can come in, volunteer, get a great sense of who the school is. I also think you can get a great sense of who we are as a district through our website, because we do a lot to highlight what is important to all of us who work here, what is important for us in service of our kids. And a lot of the things you see on the website, like our Oregon Portrait of a Graduate or our 5 values, they're actually community developed. So I think it's really cool if people go in and see the ways that they had input into what we're doing for our kids now. And once again, I would recommend the podcast. It's a fun way to learn about positive things happening here. Yeah, absolutely. Mentoring through Friends of Oregon School District is a wonderful place to start. But as far as day-to-day activities, our teachers send home a lot of communication to families. And in those communications, there are often opportunities for volunteering, because it is important for families to feel connected to what's happening in the school. I think it makes for better learning for all of our kids, and as I said, just a stronger connection, and that supports our kids, the connection between home and school. So anything that they can do, and oftentimes that's hard to do. People are really busy, families are really busy, and so we want people to feel connected even if they don't have time to volunteer. And so one of the things I would really recommend is being on the lookout for some of the terrific events offered by our parent-teacher organizations. For example, just yesterday, on a beautiful, very warm Sunday afternoon, we had our Getting Ready for Kindergarten PTO get-together on the playground. And there was a little bit of refreshment for the children, but mostly it was an opportunity to play on the playground. And parents came with their kids, and you got a wristband that indicated what classroom you were in, so kids could look and say, oh, you and I have the same teacher. And they begin to make friends. I mean, that's a really great way to stay connected, and our parent-teacher organizations do a wonderful job of opening up in order to invite in. Well, I'm going to say thank you again, because I love our community and what they do for our district. And I also really want to highlight the fact that we have a new website that looks fantastic, but it is different. So I encourage people to get on and navigate and see if they can easily find what they need, because it was built for that specifically, to make information accessible to our families and to our community. And we hope they really enjoy it, and we're always open to feedback. So one of the things I would recommend to our community members and to our families, as I said, is the website, which is oregonsd.org. And there's a really great community section, which will allow you opportunities to see what's out there and get involved.